Hello everyone, it's Maria here from pepperlyrose.blogspot.com.au. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Thank you so much for joining me. I'd like to thank those that have recently subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate your support and I hope you enjoy my channel. If you have any questions or you'd like to purchase from me, please go to my online store, which is at pepperlyrose.stampinup.net, and you can shop there to find anything that I'm making today. You can find in my online store, as well as if you have any questions, feel free to contact me through pepperlyrose.stampinup.net, or you can leave a comment below this video and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you're anywhere in Australia, you can purchase all these through me. Stampin' Up is in Australia, so if you would like to purchase from me and you like what you see, I would really appreciate your business. So thank you very much to those that have already purchased through me. I hope you enjoy your product. So today I'm going to do a follow-on video from the previous video that I've done. So I'm using the Daisy Delight bundle, which is the stamp set and the punch together. You can buy them together at 10% off. However, at the moment, the punch has completely sold out. It was so popular that generally speaking, they order, say, 7,000 punches. They need 7,000 for the year, and Stampin' Up anticipated that it would be popular, so they ordered 10,000 punches. However, they completely sold out within a few weeks, which is amazing. However, they will be expecting a shipment back to the Stampin' Up warehouse on the 3rd of July. So you can buy it from the week of the 3rd of July. If it's any different, I will let you know through my Facebook page or through my YouTube videos. So at the moment, you cannot order the bundle nor the punch on its own, but you can purchase the stamp set if you wish. So I'll be using these today. And I'm also using the gorgeous burlap background stamp, which looks like burlap ribbon, or you can make that into a strip of ribbon if you wish on your projects. So that's what I'm using today. And this video, as I said, is a follow-on from the previous video that I showed you how to make these beautiful cards. So they're 3 1/4 inch high, so you can go to my previous video and have a look and see how I did those. And these are the 3 envelopes that match. Okay, so I made those with the envelope punch board. So I'm going to show you how to make a box that will house this gorgeous little gift set. Okay, so I'll pop these away for now. So what you will need to make this box is a sheet of cardstock, which is 7 1/2 inches wide and 11 inches. So it's 7 3/4 by 11 inches wide, and you will need some strips of cardstock, which is you'll need two 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 inch squares. And then you will need 3 pieces of crumb cake cardstock at 1 1/2 inches wide by 3 1/2 inches long. Okay, so these are the panels that you will need for your box. So what we'll do is, to start off with, is we are going to stamp on these pieces of cardstock using the burlap background stamp. So I'm going to bring that out here. I'm going to get some crumb cake ink, and we are going to stamp all those panels individually. So there's that's all inked up in crumb cake. We'll add this over the top and we'll get our copy sheet. So you rub with one hand and hold with the other. So you keep the cardstock underneath stable so you can make an impression. So you'll see now, that you have a perfect stamped image. Do that again. So hold with one, rub with the other, and that way you keep it nice and stable. And again, you have a beautifully stamped image. Now this is one, I'm going to try and put the 3 in one hit. So that way we're not wasting time. So put that away for now. So we'll add 1 strip. Just carefully place it down. 2 and 3. And we'll add the copy paper on top. Rub with one hand and keep stable with the other. And then we will see our beautifully stamped burlap images there. So that turned out really perfect. Love it. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp a gerbera again. So you will need to get a piece of Daisy Delight, what is it? Daffodil Delight, sorry, card stock with some ink. And we're going to grab our stamp, and it is this stamp over here. Okay, and we're going to stamp that 3 times to make a gerbera. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Grab our punch, and we'll punch this out 3 times. Okay, so we'll just, okay, punch that out. 1, 'line that up again. 2 and 3. Okay, and that's all punched out, ready to go. And we're going to grab some early espresso cardstock, and we're going to punch out a 3/4 inch circle using our 3/4 inch circle punch. Okay, and we'll pop that away. And with this, I'm going to use some chocolate chip ink. Now there's no sun. Oh geez, I'll have to open the blinds in a minute, and I'll just stamp in chocolate chip just the center of that flower. So that's it over here. Hope you can see that. That's stamped beautifully. And it's using that image there. That's like the center of the flower. Okay, so I'm just going to clean my stamps because I don't want them to stain that much, because I want to still be able to see through them. That's the whole idea of having photopolymers. So for me, I'd like to keep them as clean as possible and to help preserve their clearness. Okay, so pop that away now. And what we'll do is we'll put the flower together very quickly whilst we have this out. And I'll just grab some liquid glue, and I'm just going to add a blob of glue right in the middle. Put the daisy in there. It looks like a daisy now, but it's going to be a gerbera. Like that. I'll put, say, a little bit close to the 2 together. Oops. Let's pull that off again. Do it properly. And then I'll have one more. I'm going to put at the back. So you have now 3 there put together, and I'm just going to put the middle of the center of the flower. So that's early espresso with chocolate chip ink, and it still looks like that. So that's beautiful. And you can fluff these up if you want. So it looks like a gerbera. Isn't that beautiful? So it looks like that. Isn't that great? Oh, that fell off. Just give it a good press so it stays there in the middle. Okay, so I'll put this to one side and we'll get stuck to making the box. So we'll grab our crumb cake cardstock, and we will get our scoreboard. Okay, so on the 11.5, on the 11-inch side, okay, so it goes up to 11 inches, we're going to score at 1/2 inch, oops, half, get that right, half, then at 2, then at 2, then at 5 3/4, 5 3/4, and then 7 1/4 inches. And then we'll turn it around to the 7 3/4 inch side, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch. That's half. Then at 2. So this box is actually quite easy to remember because the images, the scoring is all done at the same dimensions. 5 3/4 and at 7 1/4. Okay, so that's our box cut, scored. So what I'm going to grab now is some scissors, and we're going to cut off from the 1/2 inch side here. We're just going to cut off this, and like that, and we'll do that same there, and we'll cut up that side right up. So I'm going to cut that right off. Okay, so that's that so far. Then I'm going to cut up all of the score lines. So I'll just cut up all of the score lines on each side to start off with. So I'll do that on each side. Okay, now we've got that so far. All right, now what we need to do is some trimming. So we're going to cut 2 flaps here and here. Okay, and then we're going to just miter those flaps. And do the same on the other side. Okay, now we're going to cut this section off. And cut that section right off. Okay. Then, with these, we are going to, again, cut them in half somewhat, and we're just going to miter them in. And do the same again, cut there and miter them in. Okay, and then on this one we're going to just cut that one off completely. Okay. Okay, so they're all cut now. So you will look like, it'll look like this. So that's how it will look, like that and like that. Okay, so now just going to burnish the score lines. So fold and burnish all of those score lines. So we'll do that. So now, if there's any funny score lines, you can give it a bit of a trim, but so far so good with this, so I don't need to do that. But what I will do, however, is get my envelope punch board, and I'm going to just make corners on here. And there, and I'll do the same here. And here. Now this box only needs one strip of adhesive and it's self-closing, so this is a really fantastic box, and you can actually store it flat too. So I'll show you that in a minute. Okay. Now, as you can see, I'm just going to give this a little bit of a trim because I wasn't very good with that trim, so I'll just give it a quick little trim. Just to even out, make it look less jagged. Okay. So now your box will look like that. And before I put adhesive on it, we are going to add our panels that we had made earlier. So what I'll do now is just start sticking them on. So I'll just grab my fast fuse, and we have a very cloudy day, so if you're seeing it getting bright and then it gets dark again, we have a cloudy day, so the sun's kind of going in and out, so very sorry with that. Let's put that, yeah, put that here, just angle it up. I need to trim that off a little bit. And I need to trim that off a little bit too, geez. And then I need to trim this off as well. So I'll just take a little bit off those panels. So instead of it being 1.5 inches across, you'll just need to be slightly smaller than that. So make it 1.25. Yeah, 1.25 inches. I made the wrong measurements, so make it 1.25 inches by 3.5. Okay, so it's 1.25, not 1.5 by 3.5. And one more. 1.25. Okay, now that's better. All right, so I'll bring back my fast fuse and we'll just start sticking all of those panels down. That's better. Pop that there. And stick that panel there too. And pop that there. And we have one more to put over here, and that's the top of our box. Yep. Just pop that there in the middle. Okay, so it looks like that. Isn't that great? Now I'm just going to add a strip of fast fuse right down there, just a little bit more towards the, and then we'll just fold that over, and this just folds over. I've got a hair stuck there. Now that just folds over. So now you have the perfect box. As you can see, once assembled, you can actually have it flat. And what I'm going to grab now is my 3/4 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to cut out a little thumb notch. So I'll just make that go into the center, and I'm just eyeballing it. So just a tiny thumb notch. Yep. And now just put the flaps in. Okay, so pop in. Okay, so that's there. That's gone in. Now I don't understand. That goes in now. There we go. All right, and that goes in perfectly. There, see? So I'll just add my envelopes and my cards from before. Aren't they beautiful? So I'll add them in. Okay, and they fit perfectly in there. Close up the box, so it's self-closing, and I'm just going to add a little daisy, oh no, my Gerbera there in the middle. So I'm just going to pop some glue, and I'll just pop that in the middle there. And there we have a beautifully stamped and decorated box, and that looks like burlap all around. I love this box. Just keep it there for a minute. It's got a little thumb notch, and you can fit your envelopes in there just perfect. So it fits 3 envelopes made of cardstock and the 3 cards that we made in the previous video. And that is the finished product. So I'll just pop this away. I hope you've enjoyed today's project. If you have any questions, it is snug, so just letting you know. That way the box does not come apart, see? So it is quite snug. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed today's project. If you have any questions at all, or you would like to purchase from me anywhere in Australia, please visit my online store at pepperlyrose.stampinup.net. I'd love to have the opportunity to earn your business, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions. Hope you enjoyed today's project, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.